Hello comrades, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever went outside and looked out at the world you were in and wondered,
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
well, if you have, the reason for this is capitalism, a system meant to keep the worker down in the gutter while the politicians add another sports car to their collection. So today, while everyone else is going around playing around the Pacific with the new DLC, we will instead be spreading the workers' revolution around the world. Welcome to the Soviet Union. Now, starting off, like many of the countries in Hoi4, we start off in a pretty bad shape. With the Soviet Union, it's honestly worse. It's comparable to France. So, first of all, we have Trotsky plot, which gives us minus stability and political power. We have a politicalized military, which basically just makes it more difficult to do anything when it comes to doctrines. We have the 5-year plan, which is not terrible except for efficiency growth. We have the Soviet Air Force, which makes it so we literally can't do anything. And the Soviet and the Red Army, which also makes it so we can't really do anything. And don't even get me started with laughably small navy we have, which, I think Greece would be able to kick our ass. How are we gonna fix this country? Well, there's a couple of things that we really have to do. First, we're gonna have to start with the political tree, which means going the path of Marxist-Leninism. Construction-wise, I got no real perfect way of doing this. Basically, pick the places with the most building slots open, and then max out the infrastructure. And then after that, just build civs in there. But since the Soviet Union is so large, honestly, you have a lot of room to work with, which is nice. It's just annoying trying to figure out where are all of the 6 building slot places that are actually good. So, get up infrastructure so it's quicker to build, and then just start slapping in civs. Since for some reason, as a dictatorship, there you go, we're on civilian economy for some reason. I don't know why. Production's mostly going to focus on our army, as the Air Force is not much to speak on, and really winning the air war is not going to be particularly easy. So, canceling our tanks, we will produce some trucks, but not many, and then focus in on our ground forces, especially towed anti-air. We're going to need a lot of that. And you might be wondering, oh, uh, Dead Poet, you got an Air Force. It's not large, but it's there. This is our starting fighter design. This is the base level at I-16 where we're starting from. Yeah, no, I am not fixing this. This is not going to be... I'll produce airplanes in the background, but for the most part, we are going to focus on the army. With the future of communism put safely behind the leadership of Joseph Stalin, it is time to start with repairing our country from the traitorous bastards in our midst. So, we're going to begin with the stalling constitution and working our way through the filth, hiding underneath the floorboards. Now, this is one of the more painful parts of the Soviet Union. It is the paranoia system. Now, the reason why I say this is more annoying is it's like we're already dealing with a pretty shit affair, and Stalin decided, you know what if I made it worse? So if we go into here, this is the paranoia system. What it does is basically, over time, paranoia will increase. I think for now it is 1 a week, but it will get higher and higher. And when it hits certain stages, it will start causing purges. If paranoia increases over 25, random purge events may occur. This will cause some of our political leaders and or possibly even generals to get axed, along with military, science, and generally just adding debuffs that we don't already have. So, how are we going to fix this? Well, we have to go down our path in the political tree and get down all the way to the block of the right and Trotskyists. So, in the meantime, to manage the paranoia system, we are basically going to be throwing the Navy under the bus, along with forging satisfactory production reports, because this only just makes it so building's a little bit more difficult, and this will put all of the disabilities onto the Navy, which, as you might have guessed, we're not going to be using that much. With the first Moscow trial started, we can say goodbye to even more of our lovely different political advisors. You will be missed. And now we can't actually do this. There's a 175-day timer. So in the meantime, we're going to go around and try to fix some of the other deficiencies in our country. Priority is going to be put onto the industry simply because we need to fix the economy. But there's also factory requirements for each of these plans, which is a little bit annoying, but any progress is good progress, so we will start with heavy industry. Spain has imploded into civil war, giving us an opportunity to get some more army army XP. We haven't gotten any yet. So we're going to go and send some volunteers. We send an army and some air volunteers. With our forces now in Spain, it's time to figure out the game plan. So overall, our goal is not necessarily to save Spain. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not a miracle worker. So what we're going to do is we're basically, if we help them, okay, that's great. If not, oh well, I will be able to sleep very comfortably at night. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a push to cut off this little outcropping of units. If we get them, cool. If not, oh well. Sorry, Republicans. I can't save you always. Well, that was a lot easier than I actually expected to go. The Spanish kind of folded, so free win for me. What the fuck? Guys, you're going the wrong way. Please, God, this is definitely the Russian quality I've heard so much about. Alright, the second Moscow trial is done against the anti-Soviet Trotskyists. Goodbye, more people that I was not hiring anyways, but they're no longer even an option. Well, we will live. On to bigger and better efforts, like trying to fix the Air Force, which it won't matter too much, but hey, at least gives me something to do. Oh yeah, we're actually kicking ass, which, that's nice. Yeah, all those lovely military generals we just had? They're gone. Along with all of our field marshals. So, yeah, no, we're stuck with these two dumb eggs. So, and also we've lost the majority of our good generals. And those who are left, have the cowed by Stalin effect, which reduces them to essentially nothing. I was feeling pretty positive because I was like, oh, I got another encirclement in Spain. How nice. I'm like, wait, the capital moved down here. What happened to what happened to Madrid? Yeah, I think Republican Spain might be cooked, but I am getting some decent army XP out of it, so that's nice. Alright, the third and final Moscow trial is here, and oh well. The captain of industry is the only one I really cared about, because I currently have him hired, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. And they're gone. And that is the end of this ridiculous paranoia system. Thank the Lord. Also, I think I kind of managed to... No. Okay, so we're pushing up on the west side, and they're pushing down on the east side. Who will win? Who knows? Put your guesses in the comments. With the war in Spain surprisingly turning around in our favor, we can now focus on preparing for the war with Germany. Alright, so update on the current state of things. We have 6 full armies of our new infantry divisions, which are actually pretty nice. They are kind of chunky. They're 24 widths, but they are chocked full of anti-air. 2 anti-air support regiments and 1 full support company of anti-air, along with a little bit of heavy weapons and a little bit of kaboom sticks. This has kind of killed our supply, so we're in a pretty big deficit, but it's fine. I hope to have 10 full armies so I can have 2 full field marshals worth of infantry. Though we're going to have to kick it up a little bit because Germany is doing Germany things and ate Czechoslovakia, which means Poland is not too far. Alright, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Honestly, there's no reason for us not to sign it because otherwise they're still going to invade Poland and they'll just get all the territory. So we'll sign this, begrudgingly, I might add. I don't want to be viewed as a that man sympathizer. Alright, Germany has gone in on Poland, which means they are about to get smoked. not much I can do there. Sorry, Poland. We do have to get ready for our invasion of Finland. So if we go through our focus tree here, we're going to go and do claims in the Balkans. Baltics. No, that's the Balkans. This is the Baltics. Which allows us to take Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And then after that, we will go for secure Leningrad, and we will go and fight in the Winter War, which hopefully will go better than historically it went for the Soviet Union. Alright, we've prepared the Winter War offensives. So we have our main pushes are going to be through Leningrad with our mountaineers and infantry. And then pushing from the east, we're going to be pushing towards wherever that Kipuya, wherever that is in Finland. They have some very interestingly named cities like Helsinki, Pori, Vasa. I got nothing, but it's really cool, honestly. A little nerding out, anyways. And then we have our push from the north, which honestly won't do much, but maybe they capture some VPs. Maybe they don't. Alright, we gave them the ultimatum, and they have denied us.
So you have chosen death.
We will clash you now. Goodbye. So honestly, just click, push, and yeah, no, just watch as the green bubbles pop up and these guys dissolve in front of your eyes. Again, I don't really expect much out of the finish. Oh, we got baby encirclement. Let's go. Goodbye, Finnish troops. Well, troop, you will not be missed. I think that just fucked up my entire front line, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Son of a bitch! The Finnish aren't exactly putting up a very good resistance here. I don't even think they have enough troops to put on the entire border. So I think for the most part, yeah, this is encircled. But honestly, I don't know how many troops are in here. So this might have been kind of a waste of time. But oh well. We'll destroy this and then just take all the VPs in the south. And that will be it for Finland. Finland has offered us concessions to end the war, take what we previously wanted, along with, get some political power, that would be nice. But, at this point, we've seen the weakness of the Finnish, so, we want all of it. There shall be no continuation war. So, just continue snaking those VPs. Freedom is not in the cards for these lovely Finnish. Alright, Finland has capitulated. They are gone. So now we get into the peace deal. What do we want to take? Obviously what we set out to do, which was to secure Leningrad. We'll take that. And we'll take this little bit because why not? For the rest of this, we'll also make sure we take that navy. It's not much, but we want it. Rest of this, we are going to puppet everything else, along with adding the resource rights to it, and we are going to add war reparations for all the damage they caused us more emotionally. A lot of emotional baggage there. And there we go, we have a nice puppet that will listen to everything we do, and more importantly, not have to worry about a continuation war in the north, and not have to worry about invading Germans from Norway, which is nice. Oh, and Norway's still alive, technically, but probably not for long, along with France and the Benelux, which I imagine are next on the chopping block. Paris has fallen, I imagine, shortly after. Yep, there goes the rest of France. Vichy is now here. Welcome to the club. That is kind of giving us a good indicator as to how long we have left. We have about a full year before the Germans coming, because they usually go in on Yugoslavia and Hungary and Romania, sometimes go to war. It's a bit 50-50 on that one. But I guess now it's time to explain how we actually plan to survive the German onslaught beyond pretty good infantry. So if we go into construction, you can see here I have created a fort line all the way from the entrance into the Black Sea around Kherson, I think that is, all the way up past Kiev, past whatever this city is called, past, I think that's, what is that, Dunan? Vitebsk. God damn, all these names. And then all the way up towards Riga. So we're going to be holding behind the river, unless absolutely necessary in the way of supply, specifically for this supply hub by that city I can't pronounce, Kiev, Dnipropetrovsk. That's about as best you're going to get. And the one at Vitebsk. Beyond that, we are behind the river. We have level 3 forts on everything that's not a supply hub. And then also I just put it in the background to start upgrading those all to maxed out. So this is going to be a pretty tough nut for them to crack. The only fear that I have is going to be the Air Force. Because, again, I cannot compete with the German air. I mean, we just got the improved airframes coming out, which, if we go to the designer, it's not too bad. It's just basically a whole lot of DACA and self-sealing fuel tanks. Just because I could do range, which I really, really wanted to do because the Soviet Union is massive, but reducing production costs by any means necessary is kind of important because we're going to need a crap ton of aircraft, especially as our Air Force, as of right now, is still utterly terrible. So looking into definitely getting concealment specialists and building up some AA when I have the chance. Germans are justifying on us, so it is time to go over the defenses and just show my work. This is the part of class where you grade me to see how badly I've done. Alright, so defensive line going from Riga all the way down to Kherson. We have, if we go over here, we have started building anti-air. It's mostly done in Ukraine and a little bit in Belarus. The Balkans, well, the Baltics are still a bit under-defended when it comes to that, but it's about as good as it's going to get, at least for the time being. And this should do a lot to help protect our trains from being bombed out of the air. From our trains being bombed from the air, and hopefully us actually having supply. Air Force wise, we do have one. It is on the smaller side. It's only 1,500 planes. It's kind of going to be sitting back for a while and waiting to get some of those lag 3s in there. Once it's fully lag 3s and maybe a bit bigger, we'll start selecting air zones to try to contest. Probably either Ukraine or Belarus, since those are the two that get hit the hardest. Navy-wise, again, not really doing much of it. I am starting to refit the ships, so they're a bit more useful in the future, but as of right now, they are very much sidelined. Alright, the Germans have declared on us. Curse them, they have interrupted the third 5-year plan. Oh, whatever shall we do? So, we're going to go into the territory that we control, as of right now. They will be invading it, so this has all this stuff has no use to us. So we're going to do Scorched Earth and basically just level all of the railroads and tracks and everything in the vicinity. This is to make it so their movement towards us is a bit slower, and hopefully we have an easier time dealing them with in the beginning. Because it is going to be a bit rough, especially since we have lackluster doctrines, but it is okay because we will survive for the most part, hopefully. Now all that's left to do is really just sit back, grab some popcorn, and wait for, like, all of these guys to just get it out of their system, throw themselves at the lines, waste some manpower, waste some supplies, and, yeah, just tire themselves out. So I sat back, doom-scrolled a little bit, and watched as the Germans raged against my fort line. So about a year into Operation Barbarossa by the Germans, 1.2 million casualties later, and they have accomplished practically nothing. Italy is getting their ass kicked like normal. They are currently, their only holdout is their naval base around Tobruk, but that probably won't be lasting very much longer. What is it? The US has finally entered the war, which is nice, which means Japan did the boat touching, which they're actually doing pretty well, considering all things, where the Japanese usually suck royally. Though I don't know, is this the... Okay, so yeah, they're not doing too well in the Philippines, but it is what it is for them. Sounds like personal too. Communist China kind of died. So... Oh, I can still send... Wait, are they alive? Hold on, let's check the war. No, they are indeed dead. They are very much dead. We have also managed to get air superiority over the Ukraine airspace by a significant margin. Their losses 1,000, almost 1,300. Our losses barely 200 aircraft. Yeah, no, the Lag 3s, they are absolutely just demolishing the air. Though it does look like, if we go over here, this is mostly Italian forces. Or at least it seems like it. There's some small amounts of German air, but for the most part, it's just kind of a hodgepodge of random fighters. I don't know where most of these are coming from. I also don't really know where the main German Air Force is. Like, there's some smaller groupings around here, which, as I get more fighters trained up, I will send them out. Though I think they have gone... No, they're not even in... Oh, no, they're in they're in the Alps. That's where the Air Force is. Okay, I was wondering where they are. I guess the US has finally begun their bombing campaign. It looks like the Allies have landed on Sardinia. Yes, I finally figured out how to pronounce this damn island. Which is nice, because that means that the invasion of Italy will begin shortly. They'll probably land in Sicily, if I had to imagine first, as they normally do. Italy is folding like a wet paper bag, though the Allied push into southern France basically went nowhere. But with the Allies actually starting to do something, I can finally, hopefully, launch an offensive on the Germans. So, update on casualties, they have lost nearly 2 mil. Not terrible, but we're about to make it a whole lot worse. Reason being is, you know how I said we weren't going to do much with the Navy? I kind of lied. We are going to be doing a naval invasion. Alright, it's actually looking like we might win the naval invasion here. So, we'll be landing at... Oh, I don't know how to pronounce any of these cities. Great! Alright, so, plan is to get everybody and their mother into this, and then we will push out... I just realized I accidentally canceled part of the naval invasion. Oh well. We're going to push and get into our... connect up with the lines here, and hopefully cut off however many divisions are here. I don't know exactly how many will honestly be in this circlement. It depends on where we land. I would like to push to here, maybe, but more likely than not, we will have to accept a smaller one, in which case we might get an army of infantry. But, you know, we gotta start somewhere, okay? So I have managed to get my first encirclement. It's tall, it's small, but okay, it's mine. It makes me happy. I got a pet peeve for whoever at Paradox decided this is a fun idea. So I'm looking at here. There's 4,000 planes in my airspace. Specifically, German planes. I'm like, okay, what are the Allies dealing with? Fucking nothing. Germany pulled all of their air force to deal with me. Does the game just hate the player? I mean, okay, the only planes that the Allies are having to deal with right now are the Italian planes, because they're fighting in Italy. And they're... God damn it. I swear, this game hates me sometimes. Just like, yes. He wants to do something? No, he is not allowed to. He has to suffer through goddamn Eastern Europe. We finally reached, from the west, we're reaching Minsk, so we can finally close this goddamn pocket. I'm so excited, though, honestly, most of the troops, like the tanks and stuff that I want to circle, have long since left. So, I don't know exactly actually how much of this is really worth it to me. But I'm going to try to hold as many troops as I can within the bubble. And keep them from leaving, because I'd rather them not make a run for... Ooh, who can I invite to my faction? Yes! Welcome to the club, even though you're not communist. We will take you. Welcome to the club. Oh my god, we made a small circlement. Yes! Give me those units. They're mine. Gimme. Yay. Dead Germans always make me happy in the morning. Oh, they've broken my cipher. Whatever shall I do? I really don't know. Okay, everybody just push to Minsk. Please. I want that encirclement. I want it really, really bad. Japan surrendered? Question mark? When did that happen? How did that happen? What did I miss? Okay. Why am I even in this? Do I have any... No, I don't. Okay. Well, cool, I guess. Japan died somehow. Wait, is my boy Mao back? Is my baby boy Mao back? No, not you. I want to see my boy. Yeah, he's back. And he's also managed to get part of Manchukuo. Okay. I don't know why you didn't want your core territory, but okay, you do you, Mao. Did the U.S. just take that, or is that just the puppet's color? Yeah, that's just the puppet's color. Alright. Wait, hold on. Is that even? Yeah, it's America, Japan. Just their flag is similar, very, very similar to the Philippines. But okay. After God knows how long, finally Minsk has been encircled. This took way too goddamn long. But finally, I can clear up this, because I've been sitting here for God knows how long, throwing my troops just trying to get a supply up in the region. And thankfully, finally got it. Though Germany's also just starting to collapse in general at this point. So it's kind of a race to Berlin, but I'm hoping, since I'm goddamn closer, I'll be able to get there first. But who knows. Though also it does look like we might be able to get encirclement here, because there's not many troops on the border. Where are the Germans? Hello? Where are your units? They're not here, apparently. I don't know, it seems like the AI is worse than usual when it comes to managing their front lines, because oftentimes you'll just see this, where there are no divisions in the area at all. The race to Berlin has begun with the taking of Königsberg and the deletion of the Minsk encirclement. There really isn't much in the way that can hold us, especially with invasions going on basically everywhere with the Germans. It's a really bad day for them, but very good day for us. Alright, and I think we're about in Berlin. Give it a second or two. Is there anyone actually in Berlin, or is it empty? Yeah, I think Berlin is just legitimately empty. Nobody is home except us. Oh, okay, there's one troop. There was one guy with a fucking MP4 or whatever. There we go. We have taken Berlin. The fall of Berlin. A Soviet commune has announced the Hey, we got it. Okay, we're not going to judge my English skills. How much longer do they have? They're only at 50%. God damn it. Alright, there goes Germany. It is done. We have brought peace, prosperity, and unity to my new empire. That's not the right fucking quote, like how it's pronounced, but god damn it, I said it anyways. Alright. How are we gonna slice up this big omelet? It's gonna be interesting, that's for damn sure, but let's give it a whirl. It's gonna be a lot of puppets, and probably a fair amount of border gore. Wait, I could take Vichy? That would be funny, but I won't. Alright, I tried to make a semi-historical Warsaw pack, but I do not think I wasn't able to get everything correct. Oh, Jesus Christ, the lag. Alright, well, let's just show you what it looks like. It's a little bit cursed, mostly because, okay, two areas. One, they would not let me take Yugoslavia, so it became this fucking thing where the United Kingdom owns basically the entirety of Bulgaria, and then, oh yeah, this bullshit, which, aren't these my puppets? Yeah, they are. Okay. Second, I accidentally, took this for Germany when it was actually meant to go to Austria, so I don't think I can fix that. But hey, Czechoslovakia is back. So, you know, all things considered, it could have been worse. And oh yeah, I got Portugal for some reason, which they actually had a pretty sizable navy that I wish I could have taken, but it wasn't on the list as an option, which was kind of annoying. Which, oh yeah, I guess I also did snag a bit of a navy, which is scattered fucking everywhere. Hold on, let me put all these together. Ah, yes, I finally have a fucking navy in 1945. Took long enough, but hey, we got here eventually. Hey, I got the Angiadoria. Welcome on board. I have not one single basic heavy ship now, do I? No, they're all shit. So originally, this was supposed to be the end of the video, but keeping with my habit of having ridiculously long videos, I decided I hadn't had my fill of CBT and thought fighting the Chinese United Front would be a good idea. Alright, so we have gotten our troops for the most part on the border. There's some stragglers trying to get to western border in Xinjiang. Well, I guess I might as well just go over what's the prep and what's the plan. For the most part, it's to kill China before this game starts lagging so much and kills me because my laptop is screaming right now. It is not liking this at all. We do actually, funny enough, Spain decided to declare war on my puppet of Germany while I wasn't recording, so I killed them and stole their navy. So now we really actually have a sizable navy. Is it a good quality one? No, but it is pretty big, so we'll take it. Air Force wise, we started producing uh large quantities of the Yak 3 and Yak 4 advanced fighters. These are multi-roles, so that's nice. We're having these training over the um, multiple airports I've placed around China. And also, we built some lovely supply, if I can get the Air Force out of the way, to try to make this a little bit less painful. Of course, since there's literally 2 field marshals and then 2 other armies of mountaineers, it's a bit stressed, but it's only going to get worse when we move into China. But with that said, let's get into the war. So let's go to Xinjiang and we will declare war on them, which will have them probably call on their allies, hopefully. If not, it's going to be really awkward. Could you please? Could you really please? Like, come on. I'd appreciate it. Why is India spying on us? Finally, they called all of their allies into the war, which we will do the same, just for the funnies. And, I don't expect this really to take very long. This is kind of just like a little sideshow to finally get communism spread throughout China, so we will push, and, hopefully this doesn't take too long. I'm hoping not, but, Japan also didn't think it would take very long, and we know how that went. What's this? Look here. Some capitalist sympathizers in Asia? No, this is why our war was necessary, because look at this. Capitalism is spreading into Asia. They are not content owning half the world with colonies. No, they want China now. Okay, I don't know what Mao is smoking to decide this is the perfect opportunity for this, but he just declared war on the rest of China. Bud, if that goes well for you, good luck, but it's not going to stop me from steamrolling over your country. Sorry, bud. You waited way too damn long for this, because otherwise I would have invited you. But you waited too long, so now you must die. Alright, Xinjiang has capitulated, so that means I get to decide what to do with these people. I guess I'll just take the stage for now. Yeah, I'll just take all this. This will be mine. And then I will give the territory back to whoever I decide is the ruler of China later. Well, 2 years after this short military operation should have ended, and China is finally on their knees, which is good because otherwise I would have had to introduce them to the sun. I think this is the last little encirclement here around Wuhan will actually capitulate them. So I will see you all in the peace deal. Welcome to the peace deal. It is lovely. There are 5 million participants, but I don't think any of them have the necessary, participation points to actually do much. So we are going to puppet the entirety of China. That's really it. I mean, I don't have enough. All right, well, looks like we have to piecemeal it because I don't have enough to just take everything outright. We have stolen all of China. Oh, well. Wait, the puppets are still fighting. Oh, crap. I still have to defeat the warlords. Why? Why won't they just throw in the towel? Alright, give me 5 seconds. Alrighty, so I've fixed China. It is all under one leader, some random Zong, whatever. He's mine now. Apparently we're getting nuked. Yeah, no, okay. Incoming raid detected. Is there any way to stop this? Can I put up some... Yeah, I'm gonna put up my Air Force. If you don't mind. Yeah, okay. Like, are we actively getting nuked? Or... nothing happened. I think the US is just, playing tricks on me, because they haven't dropped anything yet, which... Oh, well. Anyway. I am gonna leave this video off here. I hope you all have enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one, which should be coming out shortly because I have things coming up in my life, meaning that I don't have, like, next week is my last free week, and then I am going to be busy for a little while, so I'll try to get out another video shortly. Alright, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.